government to drive year-round tourism agenda beyond dirty December. Rivers State sole administrator pledges to tackle piracy, oil theft. And on foreign, President Putin proposes direct Russia-Ukraine talks in Istanbul on the 15th of May. And in sport, Italian club Juventus set to outbid Nigerian rivals with 85 million euros for Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. Now the news in details. I am Timi Dayo Anthony. The Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awayinka, has reaffirmed the state government's commitment to building a sustainable all-year-round tourism ecosystem that transcends the popular Dirty December festivities. She made this known at the first National Tourism Summit convened by the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy in partnership with Cocoa Beach Hotels and Resorts and supported by the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Benson Awayinka, who stated that the ministry is actively raising awareness of Lagos' vast tourism potential, both locally and internationally, said the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has deliberately positioned tourism as a key pillar of the Themes Plus development agenda. She also mentioned upcoming activities, including the E1 speedboat racing events on the 5 Cowries Creek in October and a series of arts, fashion, film, theater festivals, and tech exhibitions starting from September as part of efforts to transform Lagos into a city of festivals. Benson Awayinka assured stakeholders of government's continued support through improved security, infrastructure, and traffic management, particularly during peak tourism periods. Delivering keynote address, former Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, emphasized the critical role of infrastructure in driving tourism development. Fashola also highlighted the untapped economic potential within Lagos tourism, stressing that tourists could comfortably stay at the beach if essential amenities are made available. The Lagos State Government, through the Office of the Secretary to the State Government, has continued its series of stakeholder engagement meetings aimed at promoting awareness and participation in the ongoing 89 regular recruit intake exercise of the Nigerian Army. The latest session was held in Ikorodu and Surulere local government areas. Speaking during the sensitization visit to both locations, the Secretary to the State Government, Bimbola Saluhundeyin, said the initiative seeks to align with the federal government's directive for all states to contribute to the country's military strength. Saluhundeyin, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Office, Kehinde Farouk, emphasized that eligible participants must be between 18 and 26 and of Lagos State origin, urging communities and local leaders to actively support the drive. While highlighting the numerous benefits of a career in the Nigerian Army, she said the sensitization is not just about recruitment, but about preparing young men and women to serve with integrity and excellence, and a call for communities to support and uphold the values that the Army represents. Responding, Chairman Ikorodu Local Government, Wasiu Adesina, praised Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his inclusive governance style, commending his efforts to ensure no one is left behind in empowerment initiative. He encouraged residents to seize the opportunity and urged parents to motivate their children to apply for the recruitment. Also, the Vice Chairman of Surulere Local Government, Adewale Dosumu, lauded the governor's proactive leadership and emphasized that engaging the youth meaningfully will accelerate development across the state. In a bid to reduce unemployment, the Lagos State Cooperative College, Las Coco, is set to graduate 153 students to become self-reliant. Provost of the college, Akorede Ojomo, who made this known at the pre-convocation news conference, explained that the second convocation of the college will award students diploma in microfinance and enterprise, development, cooperative economics and management, professional diploma in economic and management. Ojomo stated that development is positioned to contribute significantly for the state's manpower development and socio-economic transformation in alignment with the Themes Plus agenda. He hinted that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will unveil a new academic building to accommodate the increasing numbers of students during the 3-day ceremony, which will be held next week. The provost reiterated the commitment of the college to resilience, determination, and unwavering academic excellence. And now to the rest of the stories. The River State government has called for strengthened collaboration between security agencies, community stakeholders, and residents to combat sea piracy, illegal oil bunkering, and other forms of criminality in the state. The state sole administrator, Ibok Eti Ibas, gave the charge during a town hall security stakeholders meeting held in Okpobo town. Ibas, who was represented by the State Commissioner of Police, Olugbenga Dekwoju, emphasized the need for collective efforts to safeguard critical government assets and infrastructure. He stated that the government initiative is to ensure citizens work in synergy with the local government administrator to protect government infrastructure and critical assets. Ibas also assured residents that the government will prioritize healthcare, education, rural rehabilitation, and other welfare concerns to enhance living standards in the area. No fewer than 1,536 inmates are awaiting trial list at various custodial centers in Kano State. This comes as the state governor, Abba Yusuf, with the fines of 4 pregnant women and nursing mothers, along with 4 other female inmates at the Goron Dutsi Correctional Center to secure their release. He made the intervention during an unscheduled visit to the facility on Friday. The governor said the purpose of this visit was to assess the living conditions of inmates and explore ways the state government would support the welfare and rehabilitation. Yusuf reaffirmed his administration's commitment to improving correctional facilities and facilitating phased release for inmates incarcerated for minor offenses. And now to foreign news. Russian President Vladimir Putin has proposed direct talks with Ukraine in Istanbul on May 15th without preconditions to achieve lasting peace and eliminate the root cause of the 3-year conflict. The offer came hours after the leaders of Ukraine, France, Germany, Poland, and the United Kingdom called for an unconditional 30-day ceasefire. The leaders who were meeting in Kyiv said their call is backed by the United States President Donald Trump and threatened massive new sanctions on Moscow if it did not agree with their plans. Putin, who rejected that proposal, slammed European ultimatums and anti-Russia rhetorics before outlining the counter-proposal for renewed Russia-Ukraine negotiation. And now to sport. Juventus management has expressed its readiness to trump foreign rivals by tabling an offer of 85 million euros for Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen this summer. The Nigerian international has become one of the hottest transfer targets from top European and Saudi clubs. On loan from Napoli, Osimhen can leave the club this summer for a set fee of 75 million euros, but the boycott clause does not apply to the local Italian rivals. Also watching development in Saudi Pro League club Al Hilali, which is willing to meet the clause and pay Osimhen a massive 30 to 35 million euro a year to move to the Middle East. And now, just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on all the social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM. Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 961. You can also subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 18,000 teachers were trained under Eco Excellence? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. Now, to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Art and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, has reaffirmed the state government's commitment to building a sustainable all-year-round tourism ecosystem that transcends the popular Dirty December festivities. River State government has called for strengthened collaboration between security agencies, community stakeholders, and residents to combat seed piracy, illegal oil bunkering, and other forms of criminality in the state. We also told you that Russian President Vladimir Putin has proposed direct talks with Ukraine in Istanbul on May 15, without preconditions to achieve lasting peace and eliminate the root cause of the three-year conflict. And in sports, Juventus management has expressed its readiness to trump foreign rivals by tabling an offer of 85 million euros for Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen this summer. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. The NC News broadcast compiled by Adewale Olokoroku. I am Tammy Dayo Anthony. Many thanks for listening.